The Riot MMO is deep in development, and as an outsider looking in, it seems that as we near the end of summer, Riot is ramping back up their development of this highly anticipated MMO RPG. In this video, we are going to go over all the Riot MMO news we have heard during the summer of 2023, including interviews, job listings, some copium-fueled four-headed speculation, as well as go over what we may see in the final quarter of 2023 regarding the MMO itself. As always, my name is Spun and I have an unhealthy obsession with the Riot MMO. If you share this problem, make sure you hit the subscribe button and like this video to stay up to date on all Riot MMO news and more. And with that out of the way, let's get right into everything that happened over this summer. First off, we had an incredibly exciting interview done by League of Legends lore master himself, Necrit. On initial viewing of the interview, it felt incredibly surface level and honestly didn't feel like we got much new information regarding the game. But after watching it many times, I was able to start picking apart some of the interview questions and found that if we dug a little bit deeper, there was actually quite a bit of exciting topics regarding the project. First off, the interview featured VJ Tucker, the executive producer, Mark Yetter, game director, Greg Fallis, the art director, and Ant Reynolds-Linné, the narrative director. And like I said, there really wasn't a ton of information, but here are a few of the things that really stood out to me at least. First, when asked about players' expectations from the game, they had this to say: everyone wants something slightly different, and one person's perfect utopian MMORPG may differ from another person's, and that their job is to listen to the similar themes and core fantasies, as well as deliver the best versions of that, while also at the same time providing even more that the player base may not even know that they wanted in the first place. Regarding factions, they stated that the game needs to feel like a real living world, but they didn't want to separate the player base, and they didn't really go into any more detail about factions. They were also asked about the success of WoW Classic, and they said that their plans are to take the successes of other titles like World of Warcraft while also applying other new ideas to that. Look at what's working in the genre and evolve those expectations. They also went into server structures and compared mega servers with more segmented servers, and they confirmed that they had actually hired one of the server techs from Guild Wars 2 who massively innovated mega servers and were weighing the positive and negatives between the two different types. Lastly, and probably more interesting to me than anything else that was said, was that VJ confirmed that he had been hired by Riot 7 years ago to begin working on an MMO which was ultimately canceled. Though I think some of these lessons that were learned will obviously be carried over into the future confirmed, not canceled, Riot Games MMORPG. Next up on the list of things that happened over the summer I would like to cover is the filling of the combat designer role. This job was open for quite a long time and seems to have been finally taken down last month. Now, just because the job was taken down doesn't necessarily mean it was filled, but I think given that combat is a very important part of the MMORPG, I'm pretty sure they filled it. Keep in mind that this combat designer role was the same one that originally, at least, had posted that they were looking at delivering cutting-edge action combat that is immediately satisfying and remains engaging for thousands of hours of play. Now, with all that said, even after many sleepless nights, endless streams spent searching, we still cannot find who this new combat designer is. So there's really no better time than to plug my Contents Community Discord. If you're interested in joining this search while we stay up to date on the various Riot MMO employees, as well as their amazing histories in the industry, come join that Discord. We love talking about these employees and looking at what they've done and seeing what their philosophies are around game design. Link will obviously be down in the description below. And then last up, and it feels like just yesterday, I was welcoming them to the Riot MMO team. Camille confirmed that she is now back on the MMO team after making this post over on Twitter. After joining Riot Games in the MMO team last November, I jumped over to a dope, unannounced project in R&D for the last about 7 months. I worked with the teams delivering content for level design, encounters, environment, and world building. Today, I returned to my original home on the MMO project as a game producer at Riot Games. Really looking forward to my new role as delivery lead, with narrative and visual development and ramping back up on this project. While we don't know the exact project she was working in R&D, my guess would be it's either the MMO FPS or ARPG, given both rumored to be worked on by Riot Games. I think for me, the most exciting thing about this tweet is just hearing that she is in fact going to be ramping back up on this project. And anytime a team is hiring or bringing back people onto a project, it really says good things for the direction that they're going. Either way, this is great news, as Camille has proven herself with her work on Hearthstone and over at Blizzard's very own survival game that is also currently in development. Lastly, I wanted to talk about what we can expect from Riot Games in the MMO for the rest of 2023. Nothing. Yeah, I know I'm kind of the hype guy oftentimes when it comes to the Riot MMORPG, but I think we should all just take a small step back, take a deep breath, and look forward to what is most likely going to be a very, very exciting 2024 for Riot Games. With their upcoming fighter, ARPG, MMORPG, MMOFPS, and most likely many, many more titles in the works that we don't even know about yet, we're guaranteed to hear something about them in 2024, with Riot featuring their 15th anniversary as a company. And I just think that if we can base anything off of their 10th anniversary, the 15th anniversary is going to be even bigger, with even more announcements than even then, unless we have to wait until the 20th anniversary. Anyways, thanks for coming out today and watching my video. Hopefully we can continue chatting about the Riot MMO in the near future. I will continue my coverage of this exciting game. And if you want to continue the conversation, make sure to comment down below, hit up one of my many streams over on Twitch, or join the community Discord and maintain that 24/7 discussion that we just love doing while I'm sleeping. I love the pings, guys, constantly. It's great. As always, my name is Spun, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.